Hello guys, I am back on the battlefield and I think I joined I joined right after the server started up and we already got A, B and C going for the two next objectives. I don't really get a lot of kills in this match. I don't really die that much too, but in this match I'm really just playing defensively because there was a lot of camping if I remember correctly. This was recorded in the beginning of this weekend, like Friday, Saturday, and today it is Monday. And I've been playing a whole lot of Battlefield since then, so I don't really remember, excuse me. But Seine Crossing and Grand Bazaar has grown to be some of my favorite maps in all of Battlefield actually, because in a lot of the other maps, it's either the big vehicle maps, and as you guys probably already know, I'm not really into those vehicle maps. I am terrible in flying, helicopters and jets. I can manage a tank, but it's just so slow paced. I don't like that kind of gameplay. But Bazaar and Seine Crossing has a lot of routes to take and nearly no choke points. And I've grown a little tired of Metro. You know, you played Metro when you were a beginner because getting kills there was pretty easy and you wouldn't get flanked too heavily. So that's a good map for beginners, but and it can be fun if you're good, and it's a server with no yeah, of course, and it's a server with no explosives, because a Metro with explosives, you have to time it very good to walk up those stairs. You know what I mean if you've been in a noob Metro server. Which reminds me of the video I did some days ago, or the yesterday or the day before that. I don't really remember, but I did a video on the best players off Battlefield, and it's just amazing to see that the player with the most kills in Battlefield has 101,000 kills with the noob tube. What's up with that? Come on, Battlefield, seriously. And you just see this all too much, people exploiting bugs, so on and so forth. I just can't wait for the close quarters combat expansion pack. I'm gonna buy that as soon as I can. And I'm just gonna, say, well, social life, you've been a good friend, but I don't need you anymore. I have close quarters now. I don't really know how many maps is gonna be added to the game with the close quarters combat. I know there are two other expansions, Endgame and Heavy Artillery, something like that. But the close combat, I'm really excited about that because, well, it's not really the weapons. I just like my M16A3. I don't really want to go with anything else because it's mediocre at everything and it's not really good at anything. Well, I really want to argue that. A lot of people say this, but I actually think that with the heavy barrel, this is a close quarter weapon, and mid-range weapon, and even a sniper at times. It's just so precise. It's a laser beam of doom. And here I just rest, or at least try to rest the group, but there's a bug with the defibrillator. I don't really, yeah, that's something I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to make a little DICE critique, just being completely unoriginal here, but I don't really know my facts about DICE, so please excuse me if any of you professionals are offended by this, because everybody on the internet are professionals and they know everything about anything. So anyways, what I wanted to say was that DICE has to make a lot of money. Even if Battlefield 3 was the only game they ever made, they have to have made a lot of money in their time, and at least enough money to post some more money into fixing the issues we're having right now. I can't really see how fixing the mass, the one shot one kill weapon, I don't really see how fixing that is not possible. It shouldn't be such a great bug. I guess there's a file for the mass, maybe a couple of files, but they just have to edit some values. I can't really see why, and then again I don't really know about this, but I know that they have to edit some values at least. And it's the same thing with the, I believe it's the RPK. It's supposed to have a 40 round magazine, but you know, it's glitched, and it has 200 rounds in that little magazine. Um, and now we are just pinned down here, and we're gonna stay here for some time. But I just don't, I can't see why we have to wait month and month again for, you know, just waiting for them to finally just fix these very old bugs. And another thing that I think DICE should maybe add is that, you know, to avoid nade spamming noobs on, yeah, maps like Metro. You know, you could make Metro a pretty good map if you made it so that when you go to an ammo supply box, a bro box as I'd like to call it, I think there should be like the maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 second wait time to get the first grenade, and then after that there should be like 1 minute, or you know, 1.5 minutes, something like that. At least you shouldn't be able to spam nades, because yeah, you guys know why. At least if you're decent players, you know why. I don't consider myself a professional, and as you see, I don't really get a lot of kills. I try to, you know, stay smart. But the matter of the fact is that I am not, you know, Rival X Factor or Anderseal or, you know, all those good guys. I just like the game, and I like talking, so why not mix it up? Oh, and that was just a sweet Magnum kill. Hello there, Carl. What was that? That's a big gun? Oh, well, look at my big iron. Oh yeah, it's such a great gun. I tried the M9. I tried the other guns when I picked up kits just to survive because I was out of ammo, but I don't really like any of the other guns. I also tried the scope version of the 44 Magnum, but that wasn't really for me. Whenever I use the Magnum, I'm always at close ranges, and it's so convenient just putting a bullet into the brains of your enemy and they just go down. I think the other guns are kind of like pea shooters or whatever they're called. Not really that effective. And I think it's Magnum time. Yeah. But yeah, as I said, I hope that the close quarters will bring some more or some interesting close quarters maps. I hear that a lot of people have been saying that Battlefield is gonna become Call of Duty, and I don't really see how. You know, I saw the maps, and yes, they are close quarters. They might even be a little too close quarters. You know, it might become like Metro maps because that they're so small, and with a lot of players in a server like that, maybe 24, maybe 32, it's just gonna get crowded really fast. And well, I don't really know how it's gonna turn out, but I'm excited, and I'm also frightened that that it's just gonna be a gap fest like Metro servers. But let's just hope for the best. I mean, if DICE are the one making the maps, they're pretty darn good at it. I really like the maps. They're so realistic, and most of them are quite practical playing in. You know, you can actually think tactically in most of the maps, and you know, I'd just like to give a heads up for that. Good work, guys. You really made some awesome maps. Bazaar and Seine Crossing, probably the best ones, and I would like to see more maps like those, and I hope that I will see maps maybe not quite as big, maybe a little smaller, but you know, without choke points, and you know, generally just, you know, with the ability to flank people and just play smart instead of, you know, just staying at that choke point, just throwing nades, spamming explosives, generally just being a Carl, you know, a noob. And hello there, Carl. Talking about Carls. But yeah, I said in one of my videos that I will not be posting a lot of Battlefield footage, but well, it seems that I'm a big fat liar, because I this weekend I just recorded like I have 4 good footages from the weekend that I'd like to share with you guys, with commentary of course. They're gonna be Well, mostly like this one. I have two long ones and two short ones. This is one of the shorter ones. I might have to separate the longer ones into two parts. If I remember correctly, it's conquest. So big conquest maps with lots of tickets. So I'd probably have to do a part one and part two, but. I don't really have any subscriber base right now. I have these 4 guys following me, and I appreciate you guys. Stay here, God's sake. I'm only making videos for you guys. So if you would like to, pass me around, that's not a sexual joke, by the way. You know, you do me a great favor by telling about me to your friends if you find me at all interesting. I'd like to do some weapon reviews of some of the weapons I like, and what attachments to use with them. Even whole sets, a setup, with which pistol and kits and such. What works good in maps. Uh, yeah, I'd like to do that. What do you think about that? You might even give me suggestions as to which weapons I should use in those videos. As you can see here, I can't really see these numbers, but I think it's a 3.25 KD, and I play for the objective, so KD isn't really what's important, but I still look at the KD and use that to determine how good I did. But it seems that I'm gonna be playing some Conquest, some Grand Bazaar now. So see ya guys later, and goodbye.